Every single week, you get 168 hours. Yes, 168 hours. But many people say, I do not have time. They feel busy, they feel stressed, they feel tired. But what if I tell you that you actually have more time than you think? This book teaches us something very simple. Time is not the problem. How we use time is the real problem. Today, we will learn how to use our 168 hours wisely and how small changes can completely change our life. Let us begin.
Part 1. Think in weeks, not in days. Most people think only about today. They wake up and say, I am very busy today. I have no time today. But this book teaches something different. It says, do not think in 24 hours. Think in 168 hours. Think about your whole week. For example, imagine Monday is very busy. You have meetings, phone calls, work, and many responsibilities. At night, you feel tired. You think, I have no time for exercise, no time for family, no time for myself. But when you look at the whole week, you may see that Wednesday evening is free, or Saturday morning is open, or Sunday afternoon is relaxed. One busy day does not mean a busy life. It is like one heavy traffic signal on a long road. Just because one signal is red does not mean the whole journey is blocked. When you think in weeks, you stop feeling trapped. You understand that today may be full, but inside 168 hours, there is always space for what truly matters.
Part 2. You actually have more free time than you think. Now, let us do something simple. Let us count. Every week has 168 hours. If you sleep 8 hours every day, that becomes 56 hours in 1 week. Now imagine you work about 40 hours in a week. 56 plus 40 equals 96 hours. Now subtract 96 from 168. You still have 72 hours left. 72 hours, that is a lot of time. That is equal to 3 full days. But most people feel like they have zero time. Why? Because they only look at one busy day. For example, after a long workday, you come home tired. You feel like the whole week is gone, but that is not true. The week is still big. Many small hours are still there. The problem is not that time is missing. The problem is that time is hidden. When you look carefully, you will see you have more time than you think.
Part 3. Small time wastes become big problems. Many people say, I do not know where my time goes. The truth is simple. Time is not wasted in big pieces. It is wasted in small pieces. For example, you check your phone for 5 minutes, then later 10 minutes, then again 15 minutes. It does not feel like much, but at the end of the day, you may have wasted 2 or 3 hours. Small pieces, big result. It is like water leaking from a bottle. One drop feels small, but if it keeps leaking all day, the bottle becomes empty. The same thing happens with time. Short videos, unplanned scrolling, random distractions. They look small, but they quietly steal your week. And later you say, I am too busy. The book teaches us to notice these small leaks, because when you fix small leaks, you suddenly find big amounts of free time.
Part 4. Track your time and see the truth. Now, the book gives a very powerful idea. Track your time for 1 full week. Yes, write down everything you do, from morning to night. Write when you wake up, when you work, when you eat, when you rest, when you use your phone, everything. Why is this important? because many people guess how they spend time. But guessing is not the truth. For example, someone may say, I only use my phone for 30 minutes. But when they write it down honestly, they discover it is actually 2 hours. Tracking time is like checking your bank account. If you do not check your money, you do not know where it goes. Time is the same. When you see it clearly on paper, you understand your habits. And once you understand your habits, you can improve them. You cannot fix what you cannot see.
Part 5. Focus on what you are good at. Now here is another powerful lesson from the book. Do not spend all your time fixing your weaknesses. Spend more time growing your strengths. Everyone has something they are naturally good at. Some people are good at talking to others. Some are good at organizing things. Some are good at solving problems. Some are good at creating ideas. But many people spend most of their time trying to fix what they are bad at. Of course, improving weaknesses is important, but spending too much time there can make you feel tired and average. For example, if you are very good at planning projects and people trust your ideas, you should use that skill more. The more you grow your strengths, the more valuable you become. It's like watering a healthy plant. If you water it daily, it grows faster and stronger. Your strengths are that plant. Give them time, and they will grow into something powerful.
Part 6. Choose what truly matters. One big problem in life is this. We try to do everything, but we cannot do everything. We only have 168 hours each week. So the book says, choose a few things that truly matter. Maybe your health matters. Maybe your family matters. Maybe your career matters. Maybe learning a new skill matters. But you must choose clearly, because if you do not choose, other things will choose for you. For example, if you do not plan your evening, your phone will plan it for you. If you do not decide your priorities, small tasks will fill your day. It is like filling a jar with stones. If you put small stones first, big stones will not fit. But if you put big stones first, small ones can fit around them. Your important goals are the big stones. Put them first in your week. Then everything else can fit around them.
Part 7. I do not have time is often not true. Many people say, I do not have time. But the book explains something important. Most of the time, when we say, I do not have time, it really means, it is not my priority. That may sound hard, but it is honest. For example, imagine you say, I do not have time to exercise. But if someone offers you free movie tickets, you suddenly find time. Why? Because that feels important in that moment. Time does not suddenly appear. You choose differently. The same happens with many things. We say we are too busy to call someone, to read, to learn, to improve. But if something truly matters, we adjust our schedule. This idea is powerful because it gives control back to you. Instead of saying, I have no time, you can ask, is this important enough for me? When you change the question, you change your choices. Part 8. Design your ideal week. Now, the book gives a very exciting idea. Design your ideal week. Not your current week, your ideal one. Imagine everything goes the way you want. You wake up on time, you work with focus, you take care of your health, you spend time with people you love, you also rest properly. Now write this week on paper. Choose when you will work. Choose when you will exercise. Choose when you will relax. This is like making a blueprint before building a house. Without a blueprint, a house becomes messy. Without a plan, your week becomes messy. Of course, real life is not always perfect, but when you have a clear design, you move closer to it every week. Instead of living randomly, you start living intentionally. And slowly, your real life begins to look like your ideal life.
Part 9. 1 hour a day can change your life. Now, think about this. just 1 hour per day. Only 1 hour. It sounds small, but it is powerful. If you spend 1 hour every day learning something useful, that becomes 7 hours in 1 week. In 1 month, that becomes about 30 hours. In 1 year, that becomes more than 300 hours. That is a huge amount of time. For example, imagine you practice speaking confidently for 1 hour every day. After 1 year, you will speak very differently. Or imagine learning a new skill for 1 hour daily. Slowly, you become better than most people who never start. Big success does not come from one big action. It comes from small actions done again and again. 1 hour may not change your day, but 1 hour daily can change your year, and 1 year can change your life.
Part 10. You are the boss of your time. The most important lesson of this book is simple. You are not a victim of time. You are the boss of your time. Every hour is a choice. You may not control everything in life, but you control many small decisions each day. You choose when to wake up. You choose what to focus on. You choose how long to stay distracted. For example, if you come home tired, you can choose to scroll for 2 hours, or you can choose to rest for 30 minutes and then do something meaningful. Both are choices. Time does not control you. Your decisions control your time. When you understand this, you stop blaming the clock. You stop saying, "I am too busy." Instead, you start asking, "What is the best use of this hour?" And that simple question can slowly change your life, because when you control your hours, you control your future.
Practical action plan. Now let us turn these ideas into action. First, write the number 168 on a paper. This is your weekly time. Second, subtract your sleep hours. Third, subtract your work or school hours. Now look at what is left. You will see that you still have many free hours. Fourth, track your time for 1 full week. Write everything honestly. This will show you where your time really goes. Fifth, choose 3 important priorities in your life: health, family, career, learning, anything that truly matters to you. Sixth, design your ideal week. Plan when you will focus on these priorities. Start small. Even 1 extra hour used wisely can create big change. Do not try to be perfect. Just be intentional. Small improvements every week will slowly build a better life. Conclusion. Every week you receive 168 hours. No one gets more. No one gets less. Successful people, busy people, rich people, ordinary people. Everyone gets the same 168 hours. The difference is not time. The difference is how they use it. This book teaches us a simple truth. We do not need more time. We need better decisions. When you think in weeks instead of days, when you stop wasting small moments, when you choose what truly matters, your life begins to change. Slowly, step by step, hour by hour. So the real question is not, do I have enough time? The real question is, how will I use my 168 hours? Because when you control your time, you control your life.